Welcome to the podcast. It's 2020. New things happening here. We're here at Kiss Bay Boys and Girls Club, called their clubhouse. I got a whole table full of young ladies, so hopefully we'll have some good topics. Let's just say our names from left to right, and let's just tell everybody who's here. You can start. This is my left.
Hey, my name is Ashley, and I'm here in Procast and the Girls and Boys Club.
Ashley, are you chewing gum? You can't chew gum in here. It's the first thing. Second thing is that you need to talk into the microphone. So the moving back and forth and all that, it don't look cute. There's no cameras here. Okay. All right, so I'm sorry to shoot you down like that, but that's the way it goes. Next.
Hi, guys. It is me, Sarah. It's been a long time. Not that long, but, it's been a minute. But I'm back.
Seems like a year.
Yeah, kind of.
Seems like a year. Do I give myself a little... I'll get one of those for myself.
It was not that funny.
You should do a...
Well, you know what? I'm not even going to introduce you. How about that one? How about
I have to get
how
introduced.
How about I don't even say your name?
You don't have to say it. I'm going to say it.
All right, well, I'm going to give you a choice.
Well, hi, guys.
She's extra loud. I gotta lower her. She's excited. Yeah.
Can you please?
Go.
Okay. My name's Starlet.
You hear that? She said her name and you dropped the bomb for no reason.
There you
Absolutely no reason.
Because I am the bomb. That's why you
right,
drop it.
whatever.
Thank you.
So Starlet's here.
Well, I have a topic.
What's going on?
So I think we should talk about, childhood shows. You know what you used to watch as,
oh, my God. The shows that you watch are probably going to be so horrible.
No, they're not.
I'm going to bring up some shows that you probably going to be like, all right, Mr. Ish, please.
He used to watch Anne of Green Gables.
I'm
You
dead.
know what I'm saying? I watch Little House on the Prairie.
Oh, my God. That
on.
show, I hate that show. It's so annoying.
It's good though. Back in the days, it was good. All right, so you want to talk about childhood shows? I mean, I'll mention some of mine.
I bet. I used to watch Dora Hola, soy Dora. And I used to watch Hannah Montana.
Okay, Hannah Montana, Dora the Explorer.
Victorious, iCarly.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
What else? What other shows? Come on, yell them out.
Yell 'em out. I used to watch Hey Jesse.
Girl, no one needs the theme song.
Yeah, you're
It's
trying to go theme song with it. Right?
And
That's-
We used to watch Wow Wow Wubsy was like my
Wow Wow
I
Wubsy.
looked forward to that every day after pre-K. I would get home, would turn on the TV. Or the Wonder Pets.
Oh my God, I used to watch.
Or go Umi Zoomy Zoom. Oh my
Zoomy
God.
Zoom. Yeah,
Umi-
one of my little daughters watches that.
Bubble
That was the one.
Guppies.
Bubble Guppies is still good.
I love that show. I love those
My
shows.
son used to watch Barney. That was his thing. Barney was his thing.
I had a Barney sippy cup.
For me, I'm going real old school with y'all. But I used to watch the Brady Bunch.
Oh, it's
It's a good show.
some episodes are good. Some episodes are just
So
annoying.
I used to watch the Brady Bunch. Obviously, I used to watch Batman and stuff like that because. How about the Thundercats and He-Man?
He-Man. Oh my God, I love He-Man.
He-Man.
I love He-Man so much.
Man, I used to watch the Smurfs.
Oh, yeah.
That was a show.
Yeah, a TV show. The
they made a
Smurfs.
TV show.
It was actually a little character, and then they made it into a cartoon on Saturdays. Somebody's phone is ringing, so you gotta shut that down.
Is it mom?
Who else?
I was the bomb, though.
But we're not talking about cartoons. We're talking about TV shows. You know what I used to like? Knight Rider.
I don't know any of
That's
it.
about the car. It had that little red light that used to bounce from. Oh my God, you gotta look these up. Knight Rider was
You're
it.
old. Not so old, but you're older than us.
She shot me down.
You're
Okay.
older than us. That's
So-
Yeah, we know that. That's why I told you my shows are gonna be different.
Okay.
Like it's gonna be.
I
a
used to
whole
like
nother thing.
watching Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol was
Paw Patrol
around
is
here.
still on. What are you talking about? I watched like 18 episodes this whole holiday that we were off. My daughter watches that constantly.
Chicken?
Oh, another
Ryder
thing.
and
What was it called?
I don't know all
Paw
their
Patrol was
names.
Paw Patrol too.
There's
Paw
a show
Patrol.
called Winx. Winx.
I watched yesterday
Over.
2 episodes of My Little Pony.
Oh, My Little Pony too. I watched everything.
And I watched Care Bears.
In
I
4th
hated
grade, I
those.
still watched it.
I hated everything about it. All the shows that most like little girls really liked, I hated with a passion.
Oh, I used to watch G.I. Joe.
Oh,
No,
that never existed for me.
For you?
Oh, Lala Loopsy.
Oh my
Lala
God.
Loopsy, Lala Loopsy. that
Lala
was-
Loopsy. I used to have Lala Loopsy. I gave it
Me
away to my
too.
cousin Zoe. She was so happy.
All right, so now that we got all these shows we're talking about, what was why you guys like the shows?
Is that even a
for me,
question?
For me, like when I used to watch the Brady Bunch and stuff like that, it was that they always had a moral. Like at the end of the show, it was like if I picked on, let's say Sarah, if I picked on Sarah, and then all of a sudden, you shouldn't pick on Sarah because of this. And by the end of the show, like we were friends, and we found out that by me calling you a name, it made you feel some type of way, and then I apologized, and then we became friends. So everything had some type of moral. So that's why I like the Brady Bunch.
That's the type
And
of
it was a-
shows
and
I
it was a big
like.
family,
I
too.
used to watch
Like-
Strawberry Shortcake, the show.
But like shows.
I used to watch the old Batman.
shows like that. I really like.
the live action Batman when he was a little chubby. I used to watch that
No,
one. And
but
Superman.
the shows that I like as a kid,
Mm-hmm.
or like maybe as you can say elementary school, I like the shows that like you had morals. So like I used to watch Girl Meets World that had a moral at the end, which was a rerun of Boy Meets World, which I actually really like. I like Boy Meets World more than Girl Meets World, and I know a lot of people are gonna disagree with me, but Boy Meets World is so good.
Agree.
And at the end of every episode, there's a lesson, and I like the fact that there's a lesson.
Yeah, I like that.
And Corey's also kind of dumb, but like he's a sweet boy, so like he understands the lesson, which I guess kind of makes the audience also understand the lessons as well.
Is Corey the one which is the one that she used to film her own like little show? It was like on Nickelodeon or something like that. That she
Corey
was like,
is the main character for Boy Meets World.
yeah.
Wait, a good question.
iCarly?
Am I the only
think it was
one?
iCarly,
Like
yeah.
half of my childhood, half of it. I watched Cubo.
Cubo.
Oh yes, yes.
That was the.
I would go to my grandma's house. That was the vibe. You would turn on Cubo.
No, Scooby Doo
12.
was the vibe.
Okay, no, listen.
Scooby-Doo,
Cubo
don't.
Cubo is not a show. Cubo is a channel. So you know you have Disney Channel that shows multiple shows. Cubo is
Oh,
a channel.
I didn't have cable then.
Cubo is a channel for people who
Was
do
it
not
cable?
have cable.
Oh, so maybe I had it.
So you put it on, and it showed He-Man. It had Night Owl, and it would show He-Man. It would show Inspector Gadget.
Oh, Inspector Gadget, that's my
it would
dudes.
it would show all of the shows
like
that from like
Inspector
the 90s that my mom would watch, and then it would show new previous shows that they used to put on there. So they used to have an I Spy segment. They used to have
At 12 o'clock would be like the best time to watch it.
Yes.
To be honest.
I would pretend that I was sleeping so that when I
Yeah.
woke, so that I could like just wake up in the middle of the night and watch my He-Man, and I can peacefully go
Yeah.
to sleep.
Yep.
Like that was the vibe after
my mom
school.
would on the roof, close your eyes, turn on that TV,
Right.
turn it back on, and watch it. Like,
Cuba was a whole vibe.
I had so
It
much
was.
homework that I didn't really watch TV when I was coming home from school. But on the weekends, I got a lot of TV in. I watched all those TV shows. I watched a lot of cartoons and stuff like that. I was just lay in my bed and just relax all
And
weekend.
talking about TV now, actually, have you been watching the news about World War III?
Oh my
World War
god.
Three. We're not even
my
doing that. Don't wrap that up
I'm
because you're gonna mess
sorry.
up my wire.
Oh no.
like,
Yeah,
it's
I mean
crazy.
you're jumping from TV to current events, and I don't even know if we could do that. I mean, current events is just out of control.
It's
It
crazy.
really
It's
is.
really out of
Which
control.
I just want to put it out there.
I mean, I'm not even gonna talk about our president. Let's start off with the current events. Today there was another earthquake in Puerto Rico.
Yes.
So let's start
Oh,
with that.
I didn't.
There was an earthquake today. There was an earthquake yesterday also. There's some forest fires in
LA, Los
in
Angeles.
LA, but there's some forest
Australia.
fires in Australia,
Yes.
which are getting a lot of attention. And then we have the craziness of our political situation and our president,
Which is the
and-
stupidity of Donald Trump.
and not only that, but I'm talking about the impeachment,
Yes.
the
trial.
process of that. There's just so
just
much
so
going
much.
And
on.
how crazy he is.
Like
you're gonna take people to just go into. It's just like no. Like,
I have such a strong opinion on this. Like I
Talk to me.
don't even listen to like the news and stuff like that.
don't?
But when it comes to politics that I'm serious about that could affect me seriously,
Everything could
because
affect you.
all politics are gonna affect me. But when it's something so big that it catches my eye, like I'm gonna hear about it, but I don't really care. When it's something like a war, it goes crazy because recently I learned in history that every time America goes to war, they make more money.
Yes.
and I think
War,
Which-
war is a moneymaker.
Wars, like
War is a
when
money
and I
maker.
think that's
When
what
in
he
doubt,
wants.
I'm pretty sure it's like when in doubt, war it out, as in you get more money.
We spend money,
but then you get more.
But
we
you get it
also
back and you get more.
we also they ask the government for more money and they print more money or they borrow more
But
money,
honestly-
and it's just a money vacuum. So war is a big deal.
None of them has declared war yet, right? Iran hasn't declared war, neither have we.
No one has declared war.
war.
But the thing is that because America makes more money when they go to war, and I'm pretty sure America's kind of in like their financial not so good right now.
No, but it's
of-
not only America makes war. I mean makes money. Everybody, like Boeing makes money.
Everyone
like,
makes
all
money.
different companies make money. The water people that sell
The
water
gun
make money.
making
The gun
people-
makers make money. I mean, there's
Missile
money
people
in
make
war.
money.
I mean,
People-
that's the honest truth.
People get rich out of war, which is why some people, when they first heard about it, was like, "Oh, let's go to war" in my class. But then they heard about World War III and like what Trump did, which means that he like sent the army to go and like try and, I guess, kill the head of like the army.
Well,
or
this
the
is-
general.
Wait, but
This
I
is-
have to say something. But Iran attacked the United States. I don't know what it's called.
The
Embassy
embassy.
in Iran. They attacked it first. They made the first move.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is the problem. I don't know if you guys are very well knowledge in this whole situation, but I watch a lot of the news. The problem is that, and let's say, to give you an example, Osama bin Laden. You all know
Oh,
Osama
yes.
bin Laden. Okay.
His son died.
Osama bin Laden was killed by the
Yes.
United States.
Yeah.
But when he was killed, it was because we already had a declaration of a war or something that we were fighting against this country. So when he's killed, it's part of,
War.
it's part of the war. The man that was killed this past week, we don't have a war with Iran. So technically what we did is that we assassinated a high level officer.
Yes, he was
So
like
that's
the
what we
general,
did.
right?
So yes, he was bad and he did
was
a
a
lot of bad
criminal.
things and stuff like that. But since we did not declare any form of war or any form of fight with this country or anything like that, they call it a sovereign country. So what we did is we like, you know what, we're gonna fly a drone over there. We know where he's at, and we're gonna blow him up. So it's an assassination.
Yeah,
That's different.
Trump
That's different.
was stupid because this is what I'm saying. Iran ain't do nothing. Iran general or whoever got killed, I don't know. I don't really know his spot, but he was high position. He was talking a bunch of mess about us Americans, which is what I know so far. He was like kind of threatening us in a way, but he didn't make a move and he didn't declare war. And America didn't declare war, but Trump said, "Go launch a missile at him," and they did that, and he died. So now there's a risk of us going into war, which is not true because if you would have watched the news, then there's another man, which a video was put out, and they were burning the American flag, saying "Death to America."
They do that constantly.
Death to America. And everyone got
but
scared. And
I
then
also-
someone explained it.
I have to say something. I know what he did was wrong, but I feel like he did it was like oh I feel like he was thinking like, oh, we should make a move before they make a move, but I still think it's
Which is smart, but like don't blow him up. Maybe injure him, but
I
like
mean,
why you
yeah.
gonna
or
kill
maybe
him?
take
And
him
also-
captive.
Oh,
It's-
capture him.
Yes,
Yes.
Capture him with it.
And
You
since
would've
you
still
earn
something
money-
different.
Yeah,
if
they
you
can,
earn
you
money
know, for
doing war,
ransom, but
I also feel like
sometimes
they
they
didn't
don't really
offer them money.
But they don't really care for their people. Like, you know, suicide mission stuff, they don't really care for their people. So
Yeah,
if they took him, they would have been like, I don't care, kill him, whatever.
Right.
Well, not really, but I mean, even if to capture him would have been a big deal.
Yeah.
Like it would have been like
It would have been
there would have been
less.
people around them that would have probably just blew up themselves to save him.
Just say,
Yeah.
It's different when they have that mentality that they just gonna like, they're doing this for Allah, they're doing this for their God or whatever they call their God, and suicide missions are part of
Their
their
religion.
nature. For Americans, like I would say, damn, I'll defend the United States, but I'm not jumping
In front of a missile for
in
you.
front of a missile to do any of that.
No, sir.
I got family I got to go to tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like,
So
I have a
so it's
future, like,
so
what
it's
you talking
different.
about?
It's different. I mean, so when they declare war, they really get upset. I mean, they take it to extremes.
Right.
They take it to extremes.
But that general that I was talking about, he explained it. So I'm pretty sure we're not going to war, but I'm pretty sure they're going to plan something against these bad people, which I don't remember their name, but I don't know what position he is, but he's pretty high up there if he's going to give a whole speech.
Let me tell you another thing that happened. They probably don't put in the newscast too much, but I heard about it yesterday. Okay, so now the guy from Iran says, I want all the Americans out of my country, whatever. It's going to be a problem if you stay here. So the Pentagon comes and says, writes a nice letter. Our general writes a letter. Hey, I understand you guys want us out of here. We don't want to escalate this. Whatever. Give us a couple of weeks. We're going to start clearing people out. We're going to clear them out in the nighttime so people don't think we're bringing more people in. We're going to be flying these helicopters. He gives them a breakdown of everything they're going to do. And I'm sorry it has to go to this point, but we're going to be out of your country. He writes this letter. This letter is, I guess seen by whoever's important. It's hand delivered to the guy in Iraq. So he's like, okay, all right, I see what you're doing. 10 minutes after that, the Pentagon says, oh, that letter was wrong. That letter was wrong. What I wrote and what was approved and what was sent to you is a misunderstanding. So they're trying to cover up for the president. There's so much going on. Like, they already copped to the saying, yeah, we're going to get our people out of there. We're going to get our soldiers out of there and everything. And then 10 minutes later, they're saying, no, what we wrote there is wrong. Because Trump puts this power on them and says, yo, we're not going anywhere. Like, we're going to fight. We're going to fight. So I don't know what you're talking about. So now the general looks like a jerk. And in between that, the three people that, the ambassador of Iraq, the three higher American people that were around Iraq, they all quit yesterday. They all quit.
They all quit.
They were scared?
No, they just quit. They're like, we're not dealing with. You know how many people quit during this presidential campaign and this how you call it, people that work for the White House and anything for the government during Trump's presidency. Is so many people. Like, you should look up a list. It's like,
I agree with them.
There's so many people. Like, every 2 weeks, like, somebody's quitting.
I agree with them because I don't think Donald Trump knows what he's doing.
To be honest, yeah.
If you look back on Donald Trump's past, like, look back into the early 2000s, he was a businessman who kind of like who had a little bit to do with politics, and as the years went on, he got more into politics. But he failed as a businessman. He failed as.
And if you fail as a businessman, how can you run a country?
Right.
I'm going to take it a step further. He actually talked about being the president a while back when his book came out. And in order to sell books, his first book, he was like, yo, I'm thinking about being a president. And he went to a couple of spots, and when people were like, oh, my God, I got to buy this book. His book went, boom, a New York Times bestseller. So now recently, he came up with another book. And he was like, yo, you know what? I started talking again. I think I'm going to run for president. And people started just, oh, he's running for president. He's running for president. They started getting money, and all of a sudden he ran for president for real. He didn't want to run for president. It was like a campaign, like, I think it was a campaign bloop. Like, I don't think he actually wanted to be president. He wanted to get, his book sold and he wanted to get, well, he has fame. He wanted to get his Apprentice show back on because the contract was over with NBC, all that stuff. And all of a sudden he looks at the polls and he's like, oh man, I got 40% saying that I could be president. All right, let's go with it. And that's how he became president. That's what I believe.
Right. So if that is true, then he kind of went with something stupid, because if you didn't want to be president, then why would you put yourself in that position? Just because people believe in you doesn't mean that you have to do it. He did it for his own personal good.
Well, yeah, for his own personal good, but you have to understand the amount of power that the president has. Donald Trump is a power freak. He just cares about power.
He is a power narcissist.
But also,
it's not. I don't want the Secret Service coming over here and looking for me. Say your name again. Now that you said
my name is Starla Angeles Pena. If you want to find me, you can find me.
Well, just
But also, if you think about it, it's not
Secret Service. She comes here on Monday through Thursdays. So if you need to look for her, she'll be in the front.
He also I feel like he's just ignorant, to be honest, because it's not all about power. It's about the country.
Right. Like,
it's
think
not all about
people.
It's not all about the power you have. It's about us. Us, the children, us, the adults that need the help.
I just know he's a very, very bad person.
With all of his mess, I just can't.
Yeah, Sarah, talk to me.
So, it's not really about, it's kind of about this. Canada, they, Home Alone 2, how he had, like, his little part or whatever. They took his part out in Home Alone 2 in Canada. Like, if you watch Home Alone, you wouldn't even know he's in it. They took it out.
Really?
Yeah, they did.
Donald Trump was in Home Alone?
Yeah.
He's been in a couple of different movies, yeah.
Yeah. And he was in...
he used to be in a lot of music videos.
He was in,
they used to always mention him in music videos.
The Little Rascals. He was in The Little Rascals.
Oh no.
It's a mess, man.
He's all over the place.
It's a
Like,
mess.
why?
Do you guys think that he's gonna be president for 4 more years?
No.
I really doubt
No.
it. Because
You
at the end
doubt
of the day, what he's showing us right now is like,
Well, he's showing us, and people still.
I
people
swear,
still on his back. though.
if he's president for 4 more years, I'm
leave.
moving. I'm moving.
Where you moving?
I'm moving DR.
Yo, there's people that said that they were like, I'm leaving the country to become president. He became president. They're still here because at the end of the day, they gotta make that money.
Yup.
They gotta make that money.
Wait,
and they don't
hold
care
on. Can we
none
talk
of that
about the
stuff.
impeachment? Look, so if when you're impeached, right, you're still president, but you have less power, right? You're stuck in the White House, right?
Well,
Or
basically,
right?
it's like you did something bad. We found out that you did something bad, and we caught you. So now, that's basically as far
He's on
as
trial.
far as the impeachment
Yeah, that's
goes.
what I'm saying.
But you can impeach the president and try to take him, out of office, which
But
is
he's still
basically
president,
get him
basically.
fired.
Didn't that happen
And
to
that-
what's his name, Bill Clinton?
No, he that was his second term, and it just he was accused of lying to Congress about his affair and all that stuff.
Wait, but is he
So-
still president? Like right now, at this
Yeah,
moment, he's
he's-
still president,
yeah,
right?
he's still
So
able to do
basically,
whatever
they're
he
having a
wants.
trial saying if he should either stay president or
No.
go. Oh, then what is it?
He's
not
just
gonna
he's just
last.
getting the trials just basically to say that
Is
this is the bad things that he did. We caught him and he did these bad things.
Oh,
But if they want to get him out of the chair, out of being
Out of
president,
office?
there's something else that you have to do.
Oh, I didn't
and
know
that's going to
that.
be close to impossible for him to get out because of the way Democrats and the Republicans are.
Most of the
The
jurors are
Republicans don't even care. They just going to be like, no, because they just want their party.
because he's a Republican.
They just want party.
So they
the
want
Democrats
Republicans
are
to
the
stay
ones.
president.
So this because they kind of control. I think the house they control the House or something like that. The Democrats control the Senate. They control the House, I believe. And
What's the
they're never
difference?
going to give out. There's
Senate
two
has less
different.
power.
There's different
Oh.
parts of power.
There's like 3 legislative branches. There's the
Yeah.
presidential, Senate, and something else that I
Judicial?
don't remember.
What-
Judicial, yes.
I don't think if I said it right, but
But yeah, so he's not. They're not going to kick him out. The only one that was actually impeached and quit was what president was that? Oh man, I forgot his name.
wasn't he the third president that
The one that had to
impeached?
do with the Watergate. I forgot his
I
name.
don't
Watergate.
know. I've never heard of
That must
Yeah.
have been early.
Yeah, well, the 70s or 80s. And Nixon, I'm sorry. So he was impeached for doing this whole Watergate and
What is
stealing
that?
and all that, and he resigned. So he resigned his post.
What is the
for
So who
president.
became president after
You
him?
don't have to look it up. That's a whole other big thing. So the vice president became president.
And our vice president is also a jerk, right?
Yeah. And we're finding that out. I mean, we knew it. A lot of people knew it, but we're finding it out more and more as they keep checking into this.
So what
this whole
happens
thing.
if the vice president leaves office? Then what happens? A new election?
No, then it comes to the chair. So the Democratic chair or the Republican chair. Or the
What
Senate or
about
something
the
like that.
what is it? The Supreme Court?
That's just judges.
Oh, I don't know why I thought that was.
Yeah. You know what show? There's a show like that. It's called Designated. What is it called? Designated Power. Something like that. So in the show, not to cut you off for some real stuff that's happening, but everybody's going to, let's say, the Capitol to do something, and they always have to leave one person behind because God forbid something happens, they need somebody to run the country. So they blow up the Capitol, and the president's there, the vice president's there, the senator's there. So like the 5th person that could be president, he's the one that becomes president.
So that's what's gonna happen if vice president.
That's a television show, but it's kind of wild. Like this is the way it runs. And he was in charge of, I think he was in charge of housing or something like that. So he
That's-
became the president. I mean, it's in a TV show, but there is a process for how it goes. It's the president, vice president, and then it's something like, I don't know if it's
Then who becomes
the-
vice president
I
if
just have
vice
a
president becomes
question.
president?
Do you
then
think
I don't know.
An
if
election?
Iran doesn't attack or anything,
Well, they're gonna attack.
they're going to attack? I don't know when, obviously.
Yeah.
There was
Wait,
a
but
rumor that
I
was
have
gonna
a
attack
thing.
Manhattan.
Could they really do a nuclear? Aren't we too far for that?
No, we're not too far for anything.
Oh.
They don't have nuclear warheads. I don't believe so. But,
I don't think
When
that's
But they
they
do.
do
gonna
But
happen.
they do have mission.
Wait,
they do
when
have
they do an
missiles.
attack, do you think they're gonna do like another 9/11 or something different?
That's
or-
that's the thing with them is that
You
know,
don't
if
know.
they were to attack and fight a normal war, then you'd be like, okay, we're fighting a war. They're fighting a war. But these people, they attack innocent people. They could blow up a bridge. They could hijack
very
an airplane.
unexpected.
They
They're
could
like
blow up the
they-
Brooklyn
You
Bridge.
don't know what's
like,
like
they don't
that.
care.
They could bomb the White
I
House.
don't
the
know.
Pentagon,
I don't
anywhere.
really believe that that's gonna happen, and if it does, then it's not gonna be as big as most people think it is, because that general, whoever the high man of Iran is, went and did a speech. He explained the video that came out for Death to America and that burning of the flag, and that video was basically explaining. He said, "Death to America means death to Trump, death to some other guy that name starts with the M, death to another guy that name starts with whatever letter."
their new
Wait, didn't they put a bounty on
I don't
Trump?
know, but
because I heard they put. I don't know if it's true for sure, but because you know how the news sometimes tells lies. You know, they
always
have
tells lies.
rumors.
No, they don't tell lies. They take part from the stories that
They always tell lies.
and they
Yeah.
twist it.
You should watch.
Yeah.
I watch the news
But
sometimes
the
on
80 million bounty killer to kill Trump. They put a bounty.
They probably did.
That's what I heard. A bounty on Trump, but 80 million. That's a lot of money. 80 million.
What I watch? I watch let's say you watch a newscast on NBC, and then like you could switch the newscast and they're talking about the same thing, and you could go to Fox News, and it's like two totally different things. Like Fox News will be saying, "Oh my God, Trump did the right thing," and this and that, and you switch it over and you watch NBC News, and they have 16 people saying that Trump did the wrong thing.
Oh,
So
one thing.
it's you know.
Okay. One thing my dad likes, I think it's Fox News. I'm not sure. He says that he likes how they don't only, you know how many people only do the bad things of what Trump does? He doesn't do, I understand, but
It's definitely not Fox News.
not Fox News. I don't know what it is.
It has to be
It's another-
MNBC or something.
It's another news that my dad watches. He likes how they tell what he does bad as well as everyone else, but they also highlight some points that he does good. Sometimes
It's not much, so that's
Not much,
It must be
but
like 10 seconds in
like
the
Not
news.
even good, like
Sometimes.
mediocre. Like he did mediocre,
But, like,
like
how
fine.
like he
How
didn't do
he's- how he's also taking the kids that are immigrants from their parents. That's I also find it.
It's
Oh,
so
I was
much.
watching this thing. It
It's just-
heart broke my heart. We were
Your heart
watching.
broke your heart. That's a double. That's a double heartbreak.
Damn.
Double heart broke you.
But it's just
Oh wait, hold on. I was watching with my dad. We watched a lot of documentaries, and it was about how they were looking around for people, suspicious or anything, and it just got me sad because they went to this working place, and there was these like immigrants who were actually working hard, and like they weren't just, how sometimes immigrants, they just come here, take from the government, but those people were actually, working and doing stuff. And it just kind of made me feel very sad because then they just took them away. It's not like they're doing anything illegal or like, just being there taken from the government, but they're actually working. And,
Yeah, but a lot of them are working also without papers, so they're
Yeah.
working illegally.
I-
illegally,
I
yeah.
So
take it-
that's another
I
concept.
take it both sides too because it's like it's also selfish of him to do that, but then also it's not like we're doing something bad, but then there's also bad guys that just like bring drugs into this country and it just affects it. And then there's also the people that come here thinking that is, oh, I'm gonna get money from the trees, or like
They're
no,
gonna
it's
use
like
the government's help, basically. Like,
Yeah.
you know how sometimes, people, they're like, they don't make as much money as some people do. So, they take, the money gives them, the government gives them some money so they can provide for themselves, I guess. So that is what some people do. I'm not completely sure, but that's what
Well,
some
I'm
people
going
do.
to give you a quick story. One time, I've been to Mexico a lot of times,
Mm-hmm.
and I befriended somebody because
What does
I
that
kept.
mean?
That means that I became
unfriend-
like
Oh.
friendly with them, so
Oh, I
befriended them.
understand.
So there was this guy in this this hotel that I kept going to.
Yeah.
So I went one time, I saw him there. I went about a year later, I saw him again there. So we got to talking about a couple of things, and I was in a place that you can't give him a tip, but I used to always give him a tip. And he, of course, you give him a tip, he does a little extra and stuff like that. So long story short, I sat down and I was having a beer or something and talking to him. And I was like, oh, so, you have a hotel job. This is a real nice hotel. You must make good money. He was like, he makes like $18 a day.
A day?
A day. And that's a good job. So when I gave the guy a $20 tip, I basically gave him his pay for the whole day. So he probably worked 8 hours, maybe even 10 hours. So, but the kindness of him doing me, a couple of things, got me extra towels or whatever, and I was like, here's a little 20, put it right there because I don't want him to get in trouble. And he'll grab it and go. And he was like, literally, you gave me $20. That's my whole day's pay.
My dad also.
So when you come to think of it, he could be working 5 or 6 days and only making $120.
Wow,
Like that's absolutely nothing. He probably has a family, he has to travel to get there. So the cost of living and what they make over there, it's rough.
Did you
It's
give
rough.
him an American
No,
$20 bill?
I only do American money.
You only do American money?
Yeah, even when I go away, I do American money.
Okay.
In
so
Japan, it's hard, but
isn't
everywhere
that-
else is-
isn't that a little bit like more expensive? Like, isn't American currency worth more in Mexico?
yes.
So
It
gave
might
him,
be like $20 American money might be worth 200 pesos over there. It's a little different.
because isn't Mexican currency is kind of similar to Dominican currency, which is what I'm used to.
Yeah.
So like they call it pesos
Yeah,
instead
pesos.
of dollars.
Yeah.
So it's like
And they're pretty much the same. It could be 11 to 1, 10 to 1. That changes all the
right.
time.
So it's kind of weird because every time we talk about currency and every time like I've seen something like that, because my mom has also done that. Like we've gone to like Dominican Republic for a vacation, and then because we are fortunate enough to live here in New York or in America and be American citizens, we get a little bit more advantages than they do. So sometimes she pays them
In American money?
in American money, but not often. Only if like she feels like if she feels something for them. You know what I'm saying? Because
Okay.
sometimes
so it's like a little extra because
Yeah,
she knows that giving them 10 is really giving them 12 or 14 or,
right.
or something like that.
So she'll do that sometimes, and I'll say, "Mom, that's American money." She'll go, "Oh, it's worth more," and I'm like, "But I learned as I grew older that $5 over here can be a good 10, 15 over there if you really like use it." So for a kid, I'm pretty rich compared to the kids over there.
No, it's true. I mean, I went to Santo Domingo too, and even you could go over there with $400, and then you'll have 6,000 pesos, which is almost it's almost doubling
That's
your
enough.
money or something like that.
That's enough to buy you a shelter.
Yeah, basically. So our currency is still strong. That I give you. Our currency is still strong, and in other countries it's still strong. Wow, we talked about it a lot, man.
How,
We did.
how many minutes?
We went from games. We went to TV shows, and we went to Donald Trump, which already gave me a headache just saying his name. And then I don't know. Let's
He's a mess though.
let's end this in a happy
He's
note.
not.
Yes.
How many minutes have we done?
Ooh, about 32 minutes.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't talked in a while.
But I
I
assure
haven't talked to you guys.
he's not gonna last. I really don't think so. Well, all the messes
He's gonna
going
last.
on.
He'll be all right. He's not gonna be president again. Like he's not gonna do another full term. I mean, another 4 years. I don't think so.
Like
But,
Obama did.
But
Yeah.
Wasn't Obama the only president who did 2 terms?
No.
No.
Well, everybody, almost every president almost does 2 terms. There's only been one recent. I think it was the first Bush. I think he only did 1 term, and this guy should probably only do 1 term. Everybody else, I mean, it's kind of hard once you're president and you're doing it for 4 years, for someone not to vote for you to do it for another 4 years. I mean, President Bush before Obama was horrible, and he still did 2 terms.
What,
And he
what
was
did he
horrible.
do that was so bad?
He was another person. He was just another jerk.
Who was worse?
But who's worse? Oh, there's no question that Trump is worse. But Bush was pretty bad also. That what saved Bush too is that 9/11 came and stuff like that. So no one wants to take the president out
I
when
watched
it
this
was
video.
9/11 or when we at war.
It was
That's another thing.
9/11. There was videos of like basically him and what is it called? I don't know what it's the plane.
Air Force One.
Air Force One, yeah. Where they go in, when the attack, they moved him from the White House because they didn't know where he was gonna attack, and like it was a whole
I'll finish when you finish.
paranoia and stuff like that. There was there was like a show. It was like 2 parts.
I think you guys gotta go, but I don't know.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. We talked about
okay,
a lot.
well, the name of the show is called Designated Survivor.
That's the show I'm talking about?
No. You're talking about real life. I'm talking about the show Designated Survivor. I think it's with Keith Sullivan or something like that. Guys.
Yeah.
Oh, we talked about a lot of things. We need to come back. You guys need to express yourselves. It seems like you need somebody. You need a hug or something. You guys need. You've been trapped for 10 days in your house and you don't know how to act.
Homebody.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. So I'm gonna end this because I don't want to edit too much. So y'all can say your farewells.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all. This is Ashley.
Bye.
Adios. Have a good day.
Any secret agents want to find me, or you know where to find me.
Yo, don't talk to my best friend.
That's it.
Check 1 2 1 2 check.
And we're out of here for 220. What is it? 2020? Yeah, 2020.